Hey guys, in this video we're going to talk about how to join the machine to the domain. Now, in order to join a machine to the domain, I need to have three pieces of information. Piece number one is what the domain name, and I have my domain name in here. I know my domain name. Piece number two, I need to know my computer name. So every computer, when I join it to the domain, I will give it a computer name. Piece number three, I need to have the account that will allow me to join the machine to the domain. Let's be realistic. In our lab example, we had Hassan and Mido as the IT administrator on the network, and then we have Mark, Lean, Rima, and Dina as users. Of course, Mark, Lean, and Rima, they cannot join the machine to the domain. They are not a domain administrator. They don't have the right. I don't want to give all my employees permission to add any machine to the domain. Only domain administrators can do that. And that's why I need to know the domain administrator account. In our example, as we spoke in the part of the account, our domain administrators are Hassan, are A-Hassan. Good. So we had an administrator account for Hassan, and we have an administration account for Mark, for Mido. Sorry, I didn't create that one yet, but we have to use the administration account. The domain admin account is the account that are member of domain admins. Okay. Now, in our example, in order for me to join the machine, I will go to my machine. The IP addresses have to be right. If the IP addresses are not right, please review the IP addresses video. Otherwise, this will not work. So there's so many easy way to get there, but I love this one. I'll just open the Explorer, right click on this PC properties, and then go to change settings. Under change settings here, I'll go to change. I need to put the computer name. I need to put the domain. So domain is easy. It's ode.local. The computer name here, you have to follow up your organization naming convention. So based on your organization, how they decided to name the computers. We had a few discussion in the class. I'm not going to talk about it now. So our naming convention in the classroom was we put the room number, good, 106 or 10113. Then we put the group color. So let's say I'm in the group white. We don't have group white, but I put it so nobody gets upset from me. And then we will put my table number, which is station 1, let's say. And then I will put BC1 because that's my BC1. So this is my naming convention. It's a little bit annoying. It's up to you guys in your organization to follow up your own naming convention. So for us, we're going to use this naming convention. So for me, I'm not going to put the 106 because I will be using this lab in 2 rooms and I don't want the student to get confused. So I will just call it teacher dash, or let's say teacher dash lab dash BC1. It doesn't have to be anything related to the domain name. Any name can work. But for me, I'll just call it TLab BC1, TLab BC2, TLab BC3. And I click OK. Now the system will ask me for the domain administrator, the account that have the permission to join machine to the domain. In our case, it's the admin Hassan. And admin Hassan, we created the username as A-Hassan. Good. If I use Hassan account is just a normal user. He cannot join the machine to domains. I have to use his admin account. If you still remember that, if not, review the part where we talked about the accounts. So A-Hassan, and then the password, and I click OK. Once I do this, it will take a few seconds. Welcome to Odeh local domain. Okay. Done. It will ask me, sometimes you get this error message, that's fine. Okay. Okay. It will ask me to restart the computer. I will restart it now. Good. Now, once the machine finished restarting and it gets me to the login screen, I will be logging to the domain account. Sorry, to the domain. So I will have to use one of the domains account. So let me verify here quickly if I had any domains account created in this example or I didn't create anything yet. I think I already created Mark. So Mark Jobiani is here, so I can use Mark account to log in. No problem. Okay. So waiting for the machine to log in. Machine is ready. I click on it. You see, I still see the student account. This is the local account of the machine. I can still use it. We will talk about it later that we should disable this account, but for now we will not disable it, just in case. I will go to other users, and when I click other users, it will say here for me, sign into Odeh. So he knows that I'm part of the domain. So now I write for him Mark, and I give him the password. Now when I do this, PC1 will send it to the Active Directory, ask him, I'm having somebody says his name is Mark, his password is password1, should I let him in? Active Directory reply says yes, he's allowed to log in, or we reply no, he's not allowed to log in. So click next. It's look like I'm putting the password wrong. Password1. No, something wrong with my password. Let me check here in Mark account. What did I do wrong? So the account name, oh, sorry. You see, I wrote it Marco. So it is Mark. And I'm going to reset the password. Password1. Password1. And I will remove this so the machine doesn't force me to reset the password. In real life business, you have to keep it, but now I don't want to change it. Okay, so Mark, password1. So I'm logged in now. Good. Now my machine is part of the domain. And the next step, we are going to talk about how to create folders and how to do this stuff. Of course, at this stage of the lab, we should have PC1 and PC2 ready. PC2 is the same exact steps. The only difference will be the computer name and whoever is going to use that PC2. So I'll just wait for it to finish and we'll start the next video soon.